I had for a hot second an identity crisis because I was so consumed with my two different friends' apartments and their style and their aesthetic. And I thought, oh my God, I guess something's wrong with my aesthetic. I must copy what they have.
You are always attracting energy into your life. The question is, what can you be mindful about attracting? I'm Shannon Bills, mindset mentor, energy healer, and intuitive reader. And today, we're having mindfulness for breakfast.
Good morning. How we doing, everyone? So I'm coming to you today with a story that I wanted to share. This probably happened about 2 months ago. And I think it's going to be a great lesson for all of us to learn today. So here we go. Starting rant in 3, 2, 1. We are going to be talking about how our own thoughts, opinions, likes, wants, needs, desires, a lot of times are not ours. I touched upon this briefly in episode 16. I believe that was the episode where we were talking about how to support yourself while supporting others. But we're going to tackle it from a different angle today. A very big jaw-dropping fact is that most of the energy that you are feeling right now is not yours. But that also means most of your thoughts and opinions are not yours because of how contagious energy is. This is a point that I drive home all the time. We are sponges. We are absorbing people's energies left and right. And it is important for you to decipher what is yours versus what is somebody else's. And I'm going to give a few examples of that today in this episode. 2 months ago, I was visiting 2 different friends on 2 separate occasions over the course of 48 hours. I was visiting my one friend's home that is very, and I'm going to describe their home vibes because it is important to this story. I was at her house, and her house is very girly, fairy garden vibes. That's the best way I could put it. Just like flowers and like romantic, feminine blush pinks. Hopefully you're getting this vibe that I'm picturing in my head right now. It's just like very feminine, girly, fairy-like without the fairies. Just like garden girly. That's the best way I could describe it. This is the vibe of her home. And it is so cute. I'm not even describing it well, guys, because I think even if I were listening to myself right now, I'd be like, I don't know, not really my vibe. She does it so tastefully. It's so cute. It's so her. And I love it. So I'll get back to that story in a second. The next day, I went to one of my best friend's house. He spent the last couple months completely redoing his living room, his kitchen, his dining room. And his style is very, I'm blanking on the artist that he likes, but it's like oranges and yellows and bright. It's like, I can't really describe his style. I would call it maybe more modern. And the colors he uses are like oranges and yellows and that like bright neon royally blue. You can tell I am clearly not a designer here. I'm using all the wrong ways to describe people's styles. But yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. He has a ton of framed artwork, just like bright, bold colors. So let's say I visited the one friend on a Thursday. I visited the other friend on a Friday. And then that Saturday, I am home and I am looking around my home, which is a very neutral home. I am earthy. I am neutral colors. I love beiges. I love a forest green peppered in. I love all different woods and textures and tans and browns and dried florals. Like that is my vibe. And I'm looking around my home, which at that moment in time, after being around a very pink, feminine, girly home and a very like bold, modern, bright, colory home, I'm looking around my home and I'm like, this is very beige. Should it not be beige? Because I was in those other two homes and I like those other homes, and maybe I need to completely redecorate. I need to just like completely get rid of my style and I need to redecorate. And I'm going to find a way to bring in pops of pink fairy garden feminine vibes with hints of modern, bold, oranges, yellows, blue vibes. And yes, even saying that out loud, I'm like, Shannon, that doesn't go. But I decided, you know what? What the heck? Let's have a day. Let's go to World Market and let's just give ourselves a nice little budget to completely redo the home that you just moved into a year ago. I go to World Market. I am picking out all of these feminine fairy garden vibes, which, by the way, right now, if you go to World Market right now, it is very much those vibes. I actually texted that friend being like, I feel like I'm in your home because this is the vibes. It's just like cute little tea light candles and blush pinks everywhere and stained glass, just like, I don't know, like ethereal, fairy, feminine vibes. But then they also have these fun vases with like bright orange and blues on them and like fun patterns with lemons on them. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, like these are the two vibes I was around this weekend. Therefore, this is now my vibe. And I'm going to buy all of it. I'm going to buy all the feminine, fairy, girly vibes. I'm going to buy all of these bold, bright oranges, yellows, all the things. I'm very happy with my purchases. I spend quite a bit at World Market, and I go home. I take down all of my decorations. I put up all of my new decorations. I FaceTime my parents because I'm like, I can't wait to show them this new style, or I should say styles that I'm leaning into. And I FaceTime my mom and dad, and they're like, no words, just a lot of hmms. And I then start to go, yeah, this isn't me. This is not me. And my mom's like, okay, yes, I agree. This is just not you. I love how you had it before. That is very you. And long story short, I then took everything down, went back to World Market that afternoon, returned everything, literally everything, and came home, redecorated with the original tones of neutral, woodsy, earthy vibes, redecorated my house the way it was. My husband was, I think, working that day, so he had not known. When he came home to his normal house. He had no idea the adventure that I had been on that day. And boy, was I exhausted, because shopping and then taking everything down and redecorating. And I literally went all out. I redecorated everything, changed every vase out with different florals that matched those new colors. Anyways, so I was exhausted redecorating and then taking it all down and then redecorating again and having to return everything all within, let's call it a 4 or 5 hour span. And I get home and I am exhausted. And I go, what did we learn today, Shannon? Well, what we learned is that we are very influenced by people's energies. This brings me to my point. Energy is so contagious. So much so that it had me rethinking my brand, what I love, the colors that I have been really vibing these last couple of years, the colors where my friends go, oh, Shannon, you would love this because this is so you. I had for a hot second an identity crisis because I was so consumed with my 2 different friends' apartments and their style and their aesthetic. And I thought, oh my God, I guess something's wrong with my aesthetic. I must copy what they have to feel correct in my body. What I did then, and here's my breakfast item for you. I'm going to give it to you right now. I said a statement to myself, and this is a statement that I say to fully eliminate everybody's thoughts from my own, to make sure and intend, no, I am only feeling my own thoughts. I am only feeling my own energy. I am only feeling my own desires, my wants, my needs, my worries. It needs to be 100% mine. So here's the statement that I say. I am stepping out of all systems and all programming that is not 100% mine. I am stepping out of all systems and all programming that is not 100% mine. And then I am stepping into 100% of my systems, my programming, my thoughts, my beliefs, all the things. That is 100% mine. And then I just sit in that for a second. I let my energy sort itself out, recalibrating. And then I go, my home, my neutral home, my Zen home. This makes sense. But it didn't make sense a few hours ago while I was still feeling other people's energy. So you see how contagious energy can be. It is not just about picking up other people's sadness. It is not just picking up other people's fears and concerns and worries. This was not necessarily a bad thing. I'm picking up on people's aesthetics, picking up on what makes their home feel peaceful and happy and cozy to them. I confused it with my own energy. And it got me thinking about how much we are doing this on a daily basis. Let's take it from a social media point of view. Every day we are being reflected things that is not ours. It is that person's. Maybe it's something they are proud of. Maybe it is something that they want to show you that they think is cool. Maybe it's something that they feel sad about. Maybe it's a new outfit that they feel is trendy. And a lot of times we absorb that real quick and go, oh, gotta have it. Oh, yes, now I'm worried. Oh, I should be doing something different. If you can do this one breakfast item every day, setting this intention, I am stepping out of all systems and all programming that is not 100% my own, and give yourself a moment to recalibrate. Sometimes that might even take a day or two. Then you return back to self. You return back to your likes, your desires, your wants, your needs, your worries. And I think it's important to really understand what is yours and what is not yours. So let's take this cute little lesson today and let's implement it into our lives, because we are constantly feeling other people's energy. I actually want to share another version of this and where this happened recently without getting into the details and airing my loved one's dirty laundry out. I'm going to leave you guessing. Maybe this is a family member. Maybe this is a friend. Maybe this is a coworker. Maybe this is a distant relative. You can paint the picture for yourself. But two people that I love in my life are not necessarily seeing eye to eye at this moment. There is a little bit of a riff going on. And when I am with person A, they are talking about person B. And when I am in person A's energy, I then start to get a little bit heated and hear their concerns and kind of take them on as my own and really side with them, hear what they're saying and be like, yeah, you know what, you're right. And then I go home and I go, oh no, I feel a little two-faced because I love person B and I love person A and I don't want to be involved, but I'm in person A's energy. And then I go hang out with person B the next day. And then person B is like, oh, person A and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, yes, I get it. I see you. Wow, you're right. Maybe you have that point. And now I'm in person B's energy. And then I go home and I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel icky again. I don't like this. I feel two-faced. And I know that you feel me on this because we have all been in this situation before. And so what I do is exactly that saying. I'm stepping out of all systems and all programming. That is not 100% mine. To get back to my beliefs, to get back to decisions based on what I want to decide is true for me. And this is a really big tool that you can be doing for decision making as well. If you are making a decision, I beg you to sit with it. I beg you to set that intention, You are stepping out of everybody's energy, right? All their systems, all their programming. You are fully in yours, and you are sitting with this decision. Let it be at least 24 hours for any big decision that you are making. When a new client works with me, usually I will meet with them. Sometimes I'm introed through other clients or friends or agent manager friends that I have. And I'm introed to that person and I get on a call with them and I'm chatting with them about my services. I'm hearing what their concerns are in their life. I'm seeing how I can help them, and then I'm letting them know how I can help them. I make it very clear and I say to them, you don't have to give me a decision right now to work with me. I want you to sit with it. I want you to be in your own energy, and I want you to make the decision that is best for you. So if there is anybody out there that is around a friend or a potential new coach or client, whatever it is, and you are feeling rushed in a decision, please sit and please wait to make that decision, because I guarantee that you are in their energy. How many times have you made a decision that in that moment felt like a yes, but then you go home and you're like, what did I just do? That's because you were letting somebody else's energy disrupt your own decision making. And that is very normal, which is why today's theme and topic that I keep driving home to you guys, to practice discerning what is yours and what is not yours. So that breakfast item is going to come in handy. The two things to think about and take away today. That intention of I'm stepping out of all systems and all programming that is not 100% mine. And sitting with a decision, making sure you are just one with your thoughts, one with your own energy, and coming from a place that feels best for you and only you. So that is what I have today, everybody. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week.